Hi, welcome to Avi's Kosher Kitchen. It's me, Avi. And I know you always see me start off with a nice glass of wine, and we're going to get to that in a little bit, but I'm going to start off with a wee dram of Scotch, my lads, a wee dram of Scotch. So let's start here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shakol niyeh b'varo. Oh, that's the way to start your morning, I'll tell you. And I'm going to get to that Scotch in just a minute. We're going to make a great accompaniment for a meat dish that is one of my favorite ways to serve a steak or roast. It even works on some poultry if you want to. We're going to make a balsamic wine reduction with shallots and a secret ingredient. See if you can figure it out. You may already have figured it out. So we're going to start here with some shallots. Now a shallot is basically like a small onion. It's in that family, okay? But for me, they're a little bit sweeter, they're a little bit nicer, and besides, when you go and serve a shallot, you say this is shallots, not some onions, then you really sound fancy in what you're doing, okay? And they're relatively thin slices, as you can see. They go in. Now, we are all set to start. First, I'm going to pull my pan over here. I'm going to put this on, actually it's my burner, not my pan. This is my pan. I know the difference, you know the difference. At any rate, I got this on a little bit of a low heat. I'm going to heat the pan up here, and I'm going to put in a little bit of olive oil. Now I've got a great extra virgin organic olive oil from our friends at De La Rosa. Very great kosher products, and we're actually going to use their balsamic vinegar in this as well. You want to use a good olive oil in this. This is not something where you want to skimp on and say, you know, I'll use some cheap processed stuff. You know, you want to make sure you're getting the real thing, and this is the real thing. Now, as this heats up, you can see the oil will start to get a little bit of a shimmy. We want to let the shallots sort of sweat it out, go a little bit slow. So I'm going to add them to the pan. Okay, you're not going to hear the sizzle at first because we've gone on low heat. Now, this is just going to stay in the pan, get nice and happy for a little while. You got to give this at least 5 or 10 minutes to just reduce, get soft, and as you do that, you want to just, you know, move them in the pan a little bit, let that oil get all around them, and that's it. So I'm going to take a quick 5-10 minute break, and when I come back, these will be ready for phase 2, but for you, it'll be just like that. Okay, so it's been about 7.5 minutes, about 10 minutes. At any rate, you can see that the shallots have reduced, softened, a little bit of color on them, very, very nice. I'm going to just take a little pinch of salt, just up high, not a lot, just to kind of bring out a little bit of flavor in it. Okay, mix that around. Now, we're going to start to build the magic. I've got some nice balsamic vinegar, again from our friends at De La Rosa. Okay, beautiful Italian balsamic vinegar. Okay, and just sprinkle a little bit of this in here. Oh, I could smell the beautiful flavor and sweetness coming out of this. Now, remember I told you this is a balsamic wine and secret ingredient reduction. So I've got some wine here. This is courtesy of our friends over at kosherwine.com. This is a Novel Carrera wine, which is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon and Barbera. Really, really nice, well-balanced wine. And you want to cook with good wine when you do this, because if you're using cheap wine, the stuff off the shelf in the grocery store and things like that, you're putting junk. You know, get something nice. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of that in here. In fact, I can't resist. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagefen. Oh, that's nice. And now the secret ingredient, which is Scotch. A wee dram of Scotch into the sauce will bring out everything. Really, really nice way to kind of kick this up to the next level, okay? Now I'm using some Scotch here from Glen Elgin, from our folks over at Single Cask Nation, my friends there. I did a Scotch tasting that I catered last week, and they were kind enough to give me this bottle, and I got to tell you, this is really good, top-notch stuff. And it's this is from Scotland, which all Scotch has to be from Scotland, but whiskey, which is sort of the American version of Scotch, if I can say that, or Canadian version, has some really, really great products. I tasted a single malt that they had from Seattle, was fantastic. Anyway, we're gonna take a little bit of this, about like that. Leave a little bit for the chef, you know. And we're gonna just now let this get happy, okay? Now that alcohol in there should cook off. It's not gonna really flambe up, you know, maybe a little bit if you really pushed it, but you could smell the character coming out now. You taste a lot with your nose, so you can really taste that. Now, just to balance it out, we've got a lot of acidity in here, right? Sharpness of a shallot. We've got the acidity from the balsamic vinegar, acidity from the wine, sharpness from the Scotch. I want to balance that. I don't want to be leaning too far like this. I want to balance a little bit of pure maple syrup, okay? Just drizzling it right in here. About so much. Just going to balance it out. And I'm going to crank the heat up a little bit, because now that I put those sugars in, I want to just give it a chance to sort of caramelize in there. Okay, right on there, and you can see how beautiful this is looking. Okay, and oh, the smell, really top notch. So that's basically it. I'm going to turn the heat off on this. It's going to continue to cook and reduce a little bit in its own heat. We're going to take it, put it in a nice bowl here. And so there we have it. Shallots in a balsamic wine Scotch sauce. Really nice, really lovely on steaks, chops, roasts, you name it. So until next time, actually look for the steak recipes and you're going to see them used. So, and don't forget to hit the link, like me, subscribe to me, all those good things that you're always supposed to do. And until next time, l'chaim.